What is the main message you try to get out to all your fans with your lyrics, your music?
Jesus, just that that he really is who he said he was, that he really is the Son of God, that he really is coming back again, that he really did raise again from the dead and heal the sick and the blind and raise the dead. And so you know, there's power in his name, and he's trustworthy. And I feel like, you know, of all the different messages that get preached about Jesus all over the world on radio and TV and in books and on CDs and sermons, I feel like one that has been really lost to a lot of people is his trustworthiness, that he said he's coming back and he meant it, and that he really is good and he really is able to be relied on. So you know, I think above all else, just the lordship of Jesus.
Awesome.
Yeah.
How do you think your album Breaker is compared to Portraits?
You know, I feel like, this is going to sound so cliche, but I feel like with every album, we really get a better sense of who we are, of what works for us and what doesn't work for us, and what kids get into when they listen to us and what kids don't get into when they listen to us. You know, so I feel like Portraits, we really kind of had our finger on the pulse of what our band is and what works for us, and so we were able to really get into that and really sort of stay focused musically and also spiritually on who we are as a group. And so I know that seems kind of vague, but you know, I really feel like Breaker is more mature spiritually, is more mature musically, and is just a better representation of who we are, and a little bit less of, hey, well, this band is cool, let's steal something from them, and this band is cool, let's put something from them in a song, you know?
Yeah, that's awesome. What was your favorite tour that you've been on, besides this one?
Okay, besides this one. I probably the Scream the Prayer tour that we did, not this past summer, but the summer before that. That one was a blast. We were just, I mean, even before we left for that tour, we were friends with a lot of the bands on it. And so when we got together, it was just like a big family reunion. We just got together and just got to go around the country and just preach Jesus and hang with our friends, you know. That one was a blast, and it's definitely one of my favorites.
Awesome. Is there a new CD in the works, or?
Yes, yeah, we're actually we're working on it right now. It's coming along. We have all the music written for it. I have lyrics for about half the album done now.
Right.
We're planning to go into the studio in about a month, actually. Yeah, right at the beginning of January.
Can you tell us when maybe a CD will be released?
In the spring. It's looking like April, probably mid to late April.
Okay.
I don't think we have anything set in stone yet, but we're very, very excited about this one.
Great.
Yeah.
What would you say is your favorite venue to tour?
Favorite venue? Maybe the Warehouse in Houston.
Mm-hmm.
That venue is always just wild to play at, and the Glass House in Pomona, California, is fun as well. Yeah, probably either one of those or the Attic in Dayton, Ohio. It's always fun to play there. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Your live shows they're known to be a little bit violent sometimes. How do you deal with that when kids get a little bit out of hand?
I mean, we love kids crowd surfing and singing along and dancing and getting into it. You know, circle pits and crowd surfing and whatever. But when it just becomes fighting, I mean, we've been known to, if I see it, we'll stop and address it, because, you know, we don't, as the music that's playing and the show that's going on, it's our responsibility to dictate the atmosphere in the room. You know, we get the opportunity to say, this is the standard of behavior, this is the standard of in regard to the way that you guys are going to treat each other, and to the way that you guys are going to think about yourselves and about the other people in the room. And so you know, for us to stand on stage and just be brutal and pissed and have everybody like beating each other up, and then you know, and telling everybody thank you so much, it means so much to us that you're here, and then having somebody else punching them in the face for being there, is they're kind of getting mixed signals, you know.
Yeah.
So Yeah, I mean, there have been dozens of times that we've stopped our set, and I've told people if they're going to fight, they can leave. We'll we'll pack up and go home before we'll allow our music or what we do to create an atmosphere for people to get hurt.
Yeah.
You know.
That's cool. What is your favorite city to visit?
Just to visit, not to tour.
You could say if you've been out of the country.
Okay, my favorite city is probably Budapest, Hungary. That was probably the coolest city we've ever been in. Which is weird. I didn't know that it was even cool. But just going around there, it's beautiful there. The architecture is amazing. And I think they do a really cool job of, in the city, keeping a lot of like natural growth, like a lot of, there's a lot of trees and grass and stuff. But in the United States, man, I don't know. I need to make like a top 5 list of like my favorite cities or something. I really love. I really just love. I love playing in Southern California. Love playing in North Carolina a lot. Charlotte is a really cool town.
Those are beautiful places.
Yeah.
It's the scenery.
Yeah.
I've been there a few times. It's nice.
Cool.
Awesome. Why did you decide to choose the name for today?
I actually wasn't in the band when they chose the name, but I know the guys in the band were like 16 and just came up with it because they thought it sounded cool, and then it sort of stuck. The band started doing actual tours and real stuff started happening. So, now it's kind of become a mantra for us to say, we may never get tomorrow. We may never get even tomorrow morning. We may not wake up tomorrow, so we need to make sure that whatever happens today is absolutely as significant and eternal as it possibly could be.
I like that. What is your favorite music video to have filmed and why?
Probably definitely the Seraphim video. That one, it was cool.
Nice.
I mean, there were times that we were out in the woods of Florida, and I was doing vocals at like 4 in the morning or something, and they were exploding things. They were making explosions like this close to my face, and they would tell me just look at the camera. So I would be doing vocals right like into the camera, and literally things would be exploding right next to my face, and I could feel the heat like all on my face and stuff. It was wild, but it was.
Was it hot in Florida too at the time?
No, it was the middle of the night, so it was really cold.
Okay. What part of Florida did you?
I don't know. We just drove all day from Orlando and got there at like 10:30 p.m. or something.
Oh,
so
okay.
it was just the middle of some woods.
Okay. How does your Christian faith have an influence on your lyrics?
They kind of define my lyrics. Or it kind of defines my lyrics. I feel like I don't really have anything else to sing about, and it's funny because everybody's like, you need to cut the Jesus talk or whatever, and it's like, I don't know, what else am I gonna tell you about? A shirt like that? Go buy some shirts. You guys are cool, thanks for coming. I could tell you about how our drive over here was, or talk about the other bands, but like people that come to our shows are gonna kill themselves if they don't find something. I mean, and I know that seems dramatic, but in the United States, somebody kills themselves every 16 minutes.
Some people relate to music to help them survive.
Exactly.
And a lot of people complain about the preaching too, but you don't really care. You do what you love.
Exactly.
Music
it's what I was made for.
There are people who do love it, and they come out to your shows for a reason.
Yeah.
And
that's right.
Trying to say, right?
Yeah, and I feel like I just have a sense of responsibility for making sure that people have a chance to leave with their life changed, and you don't have to. That's totally up to you. Right. If you don't like my preaching, you don't have to listen to it. It's not a big deal. But if you're looking for hope, and I know where you can find it, and I don't share it with you, that's a tragedy.
Wow, that's really nice though. It's beautiful the way that you put it.
Thank you.
Are there any funny tour stories you'd like to share?
Yes. We have to pee in bottles here in the RV because the toilet isn't working or doesn't stop working. I don't know, something. So I mean, every band guy will tell you that they pee in bottles, but there was a time a couple weeks ago when I went to go use the bathroom and grabbed a bottle, and somebody had cut it with a knife on the bottom, and I didn't know. So I'm like, just go in or whatever, and I realized that leaking. I'm peeing all over the floor of the art. It's like a lot of pee. It was running all over. Every time we take a turn, the pee would just slosh around on the ground. So I had to get down on my hands and knees and just fix it.
Wow.
Yeah, the glamorous life of touring. Right.
Wow. Well, is there anything you'd like to say to the rest of your fix?
I love you. Thank you for being with us. We support you. We love to see your faces, and we couldn't do any of this without you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, no problem.